Busted. That was the first word that exploded in her brain. Anna Mae Parker's pencil froze mid-stroke over a sketch of Spider-Man swinging beside a bug-eyed partner, maybe a dream version of herself. History class blurred into nothingness, her imagination louder than any lecture. But now, a shadow loomed. A voice, stern and sharp, demanded she share with the class. Her heart dropped. The notebook was no longer just paper. It was evidence. And they wanted it. Every eye in the classroom turned on her like lasers. She felt smaller by the second, her mind racing with uh-oh. Her sketch, her heart, was open to be judged. On the page, her dad, her mom, her, swinging, heroes, family. Not just fantasy, truth, too much truth. She panicked. Rip, crumple. But it was too late. Miss Santiago took it anyway. Read it, tasted it, and with a final chew, spat her verdict. The principal. Now Annie was in real trouble. The hallway outside the principal's office was colder than space. Alone on the bench, Annie braced for the worst. But then, footsteps. Not an adult, a legend. Stephanie Kim, 4th grade's toughest, coolest rebel, walked in like she owned the place, and she sat down, right next to her. Spoke to her, complimented her soccer, called her good. Annie blinked. Stephanie knew her name. This had to be a dream. Then the door creaked open, and reality came roaring back. Principal Morton was a wall of disappointment wrapped in a tie. His words hit like hammers. Distracted, disruptive, disappointed. Annie sat frozen, barely nodding, her cheeks on fire. She tried to speak, but all that came out was sorry and won't happen again. The clock ticked louder than her heart, until it hit 11. Recess. Saved by the bell. Literally. He let her go, but not without that look, that we're not done kind of look. Back outside, the world was loud and free. Stephanie caught up with her again, talked like nothing happened, offered gum, wisdom, survival tips. Don't make Morton's job harder, she said. That's all he cares about. Annie was in awe, but then, shouting. Trouble. Bigger kid, smaller kid, demands for lunch money. Stephanie hung back, but Annie stepped forward. Every muscle screamed, don't do it, but her feet moved anyway. That fire in her chest? Not fear. Not anymore. It was something else. A promise. A memory. She stared down the bully, eyes burning. You better learn who's boss, he growled. She stood tall. Nobody's taking his lunch money. And just as fists curled, Stephanie Kim reappeared like a storm. Backed her up, shut it down. The bullies retreated. Annie didn't just have courage, she had backup. And maybe, just maybe, a new friend. Then the world broke, not outside, inside her head, like a kaleidoscope of nightmares. Her parents, Spider-Man and Spider-Woman, tangled in battle, buried in monsters, roars, claws, fangs, screams, daddy fighting, mommy falling. Her heart cracked open, swallowed in chaos. She gasped. The monsters weren't just in her head, they were real, and they had her parents. She blinked back to the schoolyard. A friend asked if she was okay. She lied, said she was great, ran like fire, chased her. Because it wasn't a headache. It was spider sense. And not just a tickle. A scream. Something was happening. Something bad. She slipped through the halls, eyes scanning, heart pounding. Past Morton with his coffee and donut. She ducked low, reached her locker, grabbed the bunny backpack, and then she was gone. Gone into the vents, into the shadows, into the suit. It wrapped around her like a second skin. Red and black. Her colors, her legacy. She was no longer a girl in trouble. She was the answer to trouble. Her parents, her heroes, were in danger. Maybe hurt. Maybe worse. She clenched her fists, prayed through the panic. Don't die. Please don't die. She dropped through the ceiling, one last whisper on her lips. I'm coming, Mommy. Bam. The mission had begun. Guys, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. It really means a lot to me.